It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Ricknell. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Kelly's.
Sorry, how to get me unmuted.
Unmuted?
Yes, I was muted.
Oh.
So I could do my countdown.
Yeah.
The one thing I get to do.
Yeah.
My job's done. I can go home now. It's all you. I'll put it in on you.
Peachy.
There you go. I'm out.
Just peachy. Had a wild weekend.
It was.
We'll talk about all the wildness after a while because it is Monday morning sports update day, but we'll talk about that after a while. But it was a nice weekend.
It was. It's going to be a nice day today.
Is it?
From what I hear, 71.
Really?
That's what when I look, that's what it said. We'll look when you go through
We'll
temps
go through
later,
the temps here in a little bit and see.
But I think it's going to be a nice day.
It was, we went with Robert and Shelby and the girls. We went to Branson with them. Robert thought it'd be a good idea to get me out of the house a little bit, so we
There you
took a
go.
trip up there. We went to the Promised Land Zoo in Branson.
Never been there.
It's like a refuge rehabilitation type zoo.
Okay.
They'll bring in animals from other zoos around and bring them back rehab kind of thing. And pretty nice. I attempted to do the walking path on my little knee scooter.
Huh.
Made it.
There's not a whole lot of walking you do, but go ahead.
Made about 300 yards because it's all downhill on one half and then it's all uphill on the other half. And
You just picture that. Robert behind you pushing.
well, that's pretty close. Yeah. Yeah, and Tina holding on to me so I don't get too far ahead. So anyway, I only did part of that, but then they have a drive-through portion, kind of like the wildlife safari thing
Yeah.
up in Springfield. You can drive through it and feed the animals, and they'll come up to your car, and yeah.
There you
So
go.
it was okay. So you can imagine Riley feeding a deer that comes up to the window and freaking out.
That's cool. That's cool, though.
But it was a nice.
It's an experience.
It was a nice outing. After 6 weeks in the lazy boy chair, I was excited to go. So, of course, I was wore plumb out when I got back, but it was exciting
yeah.
to go.
Yeah, you're trying to push that buggy around places like that. It just, I
But
couldn't imagine.
anybody out there that if you've never been, it's the Promised Land Zoo. It's right there downtown Branson. If you didn't know it was there, we've gone by it 100 times.
I'll
Just
be
never
darned.
knew what it was.
Well, now we know.
Yeah. So it was Shepherd of the Hills Expressway,
Yep.
and on the backside there, and you just go in and just can feed the animals and check them all out. It's good for little kids.
That's cool.
Let them experience nature a little bit. And it was a good time. So
Heck yeah.
fun. Morning prayer is brought to you by Roller Funeral Home each morning. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect, is not just their motto, it's the way they do business. They have 29 locations in Arkansas to serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. Renata Jenkins Byler and her staff do a wonderful job in your time of need, your time of sorrow. Give them a call at 425-2181, 218161. Uh-oh. Now I'm second guessing myself on the phone
Uh-oh,
number.
now you're in
Uh-oh.
trouble.
I'm in trouble. Too much oxygen. Anyway, Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, the morning prayer. We'll bring it to you right now. Lord, we just thank you for the great weather that you've given us and the time that we had this weekend with family. Lord, we just pray that you will lead, guide, and direct us. Keep us safe, Lord. Give us the wisdom and the knowledge to deal with things that we can make change in. And Lord, we need to know that you are in control of what's going on in our nation. Lord, we just pray that our nation would turn back to you and put their eyes upon you and have faith that you are in control. Lord, we just pray that you will bless us and keep us. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to be with our first responders and our doctors and our nurses as the flu season is coming upon us. Allow people to understand the difference between the normal flu and the COVID. Lord, we just don't need them to panic that everybody is running around with COVID. Lord, we just thank you for who you are in our lives, and it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen. Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect. And now a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey,
At the closing.
we should have called the Z-Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793 is their phone number. Or tiretoarkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on live views, and check this out. The river is full,
It is.
but it's pretty nice.
It is full.
Yep, it is pretty nice. What you're looking at, folks, is a shot from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. That's the city of Cotter. And it's definitely full up. See if you can give me another shot.
Yeah, it's not the river, but
Oh, that is City Hall. Downtown Cotter, Arkansas. Now be a good time to go speeding through Cotter. There are police officers at home.
there you go.
Tell them Scooter
Don't
said.
tell the public
Tell them
that.
Scooter said it's okay.
But Scooter said you were over at the house.
Scooter said you was drinking coffee. There we go. That's the shot I like to see. That's the Rainbow Bridge there at Cotter, Arkansas. Your truck's not there.
No, too much water.
What you're looking at there is a shot back toward Bull Shoals, Arkansas. It's very nice. The Forest Wood Farm there. It's just beautiful. God's country is what I like to call it. If you'd like to get an idea of what's available in God's country.
You'll need to continue on your
Thank you, sir. If you'd like to see what's available in God's country, go to tiretoarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, see what they have available. I suggest if you see something that tickles your fancy, you get on the phone, give them a call at 870-405-0793 because it may or may not be available when you call. Things are still moving pretty quick around here.
They are. Selling quick.
Selling quick. Let's take a look at some temperatures.
We're going to go to you because our drop down's not. Actually, I'll just click on that. There you go.
There
Drop
you
down
go.
screen's not quite working right. For some reason, it's not updating since they did the new page.
Current temperature in Mountain Home is 50. Over in Harrison, okay, it's 61. We're going to move over to Yellville. Current temperature at Yellville, and it's slow too, is 46. There's a 15-degree temperature difference between Yellville and Harrison. Phew. Go down to Mountain View. Mountain View is 39. Calico Rock is 50. And let's take a look at Springfield.
40.
Springfield, Missouri is 40. Poplar Bluff, Missouri, 48. And up in St. Louis, Missouri, is currently 38. The radar. We'll let that catch up just a moment. Looks like Tennessee's getting a pretty good bit of rain all across the state. I'm sorry, Kentucky. Tennessee's clearing up, but Kentucky looks like it's having some this morning. Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, all looks fairly clear. We'll zoom back into the great state of Arkansas. From Rogers to Blytheville, Fayetteville, Jonesboro, Fort Smith over to Memphis, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, all the way over to Greenville, Mississippi. The state of Arkansas looks relatively clear. If you're traveling Arkansas, you're probably in for a good day of travel. Watches and weather warnings. Let's see what we got right here. Wind advisory looks like.
Yep.
Down around Texarkana, Shreveport, Louisiana, Tyler, Texas, eastern part of Texas. Way up here, looks like they're getting quite a bit of snow. Kind of looks like an avalanche warning Yeah, I was watching the weather the other day, and they were talking about the Alberta Clipper coming through,
Yeah.
and it was a snowstorm just nailing everybody. It was even affecting Hawaii.
I'll be
There would
darned.
not know any snow in Hawaii. But
Oh, yeah.
with all the winds and stuff, just amazing. 7-day forecast. Mostly sunny today, high of 68. Low tonight, low of 42. High tomorrow, 63. Low tomorrow night with clouds and breezy, low of 55. High on Wednesday at 70 degrees. Slight chance of thunderstorms. Mostly clear and breezy on Wednesday night, low of 55. Thursday, high of 62. Mostly sunny. Thursday night, partly cloudy, low of 32. Friday night, high of 47, slight chance of showers. Next weekend looks like this. 40% chance of rain on Saturday, high of 60. Sunday, 30% chance of rain, high near 65. Lake Norfolk, 555.08. They're currently generating 2. And Bull Shoals, 660.72. And they are currently generating 5, which is the answer for why the river is so full.
A lot of water coming down.
A lot of water coming out. That's the weather, the dam reports, and the generation report for you. If you'd like to check the generation for yourself, give them a call at 870-431-5311. And you can listen to the recording for yourself. If you're not an avid fisherman, if you're not experienced with the river, you need to pay attention to what they've got generating and be safe out there. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever?
Time for the community news and happenings.
All right, what's going on?
Not much.
Not much.
The Bomber Thespians have qualified for an international festival. That's exciting for them. We'll see where that's going to be held at. 15 Mountain Home High School Bomber Theater students have qualified to advance the International Thespian Festival, which will be held at the University of Indiana in June. By golly, that'd be fun.
There you go.
Let's go over here. The Mountain Home Public Schools have received a grant to purchase 5 electric buses. What you thought on electric buses, Scooter?
Yeah, I'm not buying this whole electric stuff, so.
Me neither. In these hills, I'm
Yeah.
not sure how that's going to work very good. They're going to have to use them just for city routes, I'm sure. The Marion County Election Commission will meet today, and that meeting will be at the Marion County Courthouse Annex in the courtroom. That meeting is at 10:30 this morning. And let's see. Looks like about all as far as the news side goes. We do have some upcoming events for Mountain Home Public Schools. The French Club will be having a chili supper on March the 7th from 4 to 6 at the Mountain Home Cafeteria. It's $5 for a bowl of chili and a to-go container. Condiments and dessert is also furnished. You can check out more information on this chili supper by contacting Christy Lawrence at clawrence@mhbomers.com, or you can purchase a ticket from any French Club member. Make your checks payable to MHHS French Club. They're going to Quebec to listen to some Canadian French.
There you go.
That'd be exciting. Mountain Home High School Career Academies empty bowls to feed the hungry. Soup dinner will be this Thursday, the 23rd of February, from 4 to 6 at the cafeteria. All proceeds will be donated to the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas. It's $10 per ticket. Purchase includes choice of soup. The first 150 attendees will be able to choose from a handmade ceramic bowl to keep. This is a non-refundable event in case the event is canceled due to inclement weather. A purchase can be made from an individual student, or you can contact Beth Ivans at bivans@mhbombers.com or Christy Lawrence at clawrence@mhbombers.com. Two good fundraisers going on to help the community, and we encourage you to go join them.
Show them some support.
Show them a
some
little
love.
support. Show them a little love. Throw them a little love. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back with
Sports updates.
sports updates.
Be right back.
Yep.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Monday morning sports update. Busy weekend with sports.
It was.
Friday night we had a basketball game, 2 basketball games in Mountain Home. The Greenwood team came into Mountain Home, and the girls lost their game, but the boys won theirs. The Bombers wrapped up the night by beating the Bulldogs 66-48, which is a great showing by the Mountain Home Bombers. The Bombers jumped out to a 20-point lead in the first quarter, and then just kind of bounced back and forth a little bit, but it ended up being a great night for the Bombers. Braden Dewey led the Bombers with his scoring of 18 points. Kai Bickford scored 13. McKee Harris and Ryder McLean both put in 12 each. The Mountain Home Bombers have improved their season to 15-13 overall, but what's important is they're now 6-6 in the 5A West. The Bulldogs are 6-20 and they're 1-11. On the ladies' side, they had a little bit different results. They fell to the Lady Bulldogs 72-40. The Lady Bulldogs they're the best team in the state.
Are they?
No doubt. Oh yeah.
Okay.
The Lady Bulldogs overall are 25-2, and they're 12-0 in the 5A West. the 2 games that they have lost this season, a combined total of 9 points is how much they got beat by.
Oh.
And they lost to
I was wondering who
they
beat
lost
them.
to one of the Bentonville schools and then one
Okay.
at a Conway school. But they are
It's a
definitely
good record to have, though.
they're the best team in the 5A, but I bet you if you match them up against some of the 6A schools that they'd be right there with them. They're very good. They play a very fast-paced basketball game. So
Awesome.
the Lady Bombers will return to the court for senior night, which will be tomorrow night. They're going to be taking on Greenbrier. So that's going to be a good time there in the gym. In other 5A West action, Harrison lost to Van Buren, 55-49. Greenbrier topped Alma, 48-44. Siloam Springs beat Russellville, 57-44. And on the boys' side, Harrison got beat by Van Buren. Greenbrier beat Alma, and Russellville beat Siloam Springs as well. Flippin ended up losing their second semifinals for the girls' bracket. The Lady Bobcats lost to Valley Springs, 53-39. And the Lady Yellville Summit Panthers picked up the victory, 61-36 over Lifeway Christian to become their district champions. They will go on to play in their regional tournament this week. So there's still a lot of basketball going on. The Mammoth Springs ladies team, the Lady Bears, won their district tournament, and Sarah Crow had 12 points on the night, and she reached her 1,000th career point. Been a lot of them 1,000 points going this year, which is kind of exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The Mountain Home Bomber boys wrestling team had their wrestling tournament. They hosted the regional tournament here at the hangar this weekend. On Saturday, they finished third in the team standings. Van Buren won the title. Searcy came in second. Did that come out the way you thought it would? Or do you think Searcy would have pulled it off?
No, Van Buren's got a pretty tough team. We knew that they were going to be up there on the charts. We were kind of expecting that. So,
the exciting part about all this is Mountain Home entered 13 wrestlers in 14 slots. They have one open, and all 13 of their wrestlers are going to have qualified to go on to the state tournament, which will be this weekend down at Little Rock at the Jack Stevens Center.
Yep.
Individual titles were gained by Ethan Munden at 144, Austin Callies at 157, Braden McCoy at 190, and Elijah Legg in the heavyweight. What is a heavyweight, Scooter? What's considered heavyweight?
Heavyweights up to, I believe it's on the girls it's 235, but on the guys I think it's like 285 or something like that.
And if you're over that, you just can't wrestle.
You can't wrestle, yeah.
There you go.
So you got 220, and then it jumps up to anything over 220 to 285.
Two goes to heavyweight.
Yeah.
So the Mountain Home boys will join the Lady Bombers at the Arkansas State Wrestling Championship, which will begin. It says it begins on Thursday. Is that what's happening? Beginning on Thursday?
We're leaving on Thursday to go down there because Friday morning early you got to weigh in. So it will be a mixed. Boys and girls will be wrestling at the same time on Friday, and then Saturday will be the finals. The girls are in the morning, and the boys will be in the afternoon.
Is there anything that you'd like to mention about that? We've got a little bit of time. We can talk some wrestling if you want to.
Sure. Now, I do want people to know that this is a new thing this year with the regionals. We hosted the first ever 5A boys regional tournament right here in Mountain Home. That happened Saturday, the tournament you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Before it used to be conference, and you compete against your other people in your conference, and then the whole team goes to state. Now you got to earn it. Only the top four. You got to finish fourth in regionals to move on. And it was impressive.
So for Mountain Home to place 13 in the top four to get to wrestle in state's a pretty good feat.
And it puts us in nice standings going into state, because we are the only 5A that's put that many kids to state.
Any idea how many Van Buren and Greenwood and Searcy are putting in?
I do not know. I'll have to. I'll research that. I'll find out. We'll have to get back to them on that, how many they've got going.
Be kind of curious to know because, like you said, that'll have an effect on how this team
team standings.
Standings will go not only starting state, but how many points will be available for them to gain at state.
Yeah, it'd be exciting to see those numbers, how they play out. But even though you get and how it kind of works, you know, if you're the third or fourth in your bracket going into state, you're going to be, you know, fifth or sixth going into, you know, well, if you're fourth place, you're going to be in seventh or eighth in the bracket going in. So you're going to be facing some top-notch wrestlers because your lowest seed faces your top seed first round. So it'll be anxious to see. It does give us a little better standings as far as having more kids there for points. However, if you've got the third or fourth in the region, you're going to be facing the top dogs.
How many regions have they divided it up into?
It's two regions, north and the south, yes.
Okay, so there'll be a total of 8 wrestling in each classification.
Yeah, and that's it. That's your max. Every bracket should be 8. Unless they didn't have enough, which I don't know that they've got any of those, but I'd have to look. But
now on the girls' side, we placed 10 going into the state tournament out of 14.
Yeah, we had one blank spot, so I brought 13 to the tournament, and we ended up moving on 10 of them out there. And we ended up taking second in our regionals. And I think we've got a good shot for second, I think, going into state. I think Cersei's going to be a little hard to beat this year as far as team points, and they've got a lot going. But I think that we've got a good fighting chance to come above Sylvan Hills and maybe slide in and take that second spot at state. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see how it goes.
At least get runner-up?
Yeah.
Now, the boys had 4 wrestlers come out as the champion for the regional.
Yes.
The girls had how many come out as champion for the regional? 4?
I think they had 4 as well.
So there's a lot of good things going on in the wrestling program at Mount.
Yes, it's growing. It is. And even looking from our youth all the way through high school, we've got a top notch. If you're looking at into wrestling, we've got a great program from the youth level all the way up through high school, and it's good to see over the years it grow and it develop to what it has today. I'm excited.
Cool. Got one more thing I want to mention before we take our break. The Norfolk Lady Panthers ended up being the 1A2 district champions by beating Rural Special 77-44. That game was played at Viola. Kylie Allman led the Lady Panthers with 33 points. Jordan Rasmussen scored 15, grabbed 10 rebounds. Liza Shady 11 points and 10 boards. And Norfolk improves their season to 27-6, so I'm sure they're going to go on to play their regional. Best of luck to them. And the boys' title was captured by Mountain View, and they beat Newport with a final of 53-42.
Good job.
Monday Morning Sports Update. We appreciate you watching. You watch the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back this week in sports, or this, I don't know what we're calling it.
Monday Morning Sports.
Monday Morning Sports, eh?
Be right back.
There we go.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Well,
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Monday Morning Sports. Coach Noah Chagnon is with me this morning. Mountain Home Lady Bomber Junior High basketball and Mountain Home High School track.
Yep.
Let's talk about that outstanding finish you guys had over at Marion for the championship for the 9th grade.
Forgot to celebrate that we were there at the district championship. Sometimes we get kind of caught up with some of those games aren't real competitive for us in our regular season, but to realize that we're playing on a Saturday for the championship was a big deal. So the girls were ready for that. We had a slow start, 12-2.
Yeah, it was very slow, a little bit scary at first.
We're still on the bus, that 3.5-hour drive, It took a while. We had a good halftime. Sometimes as a coach, you're just waiting for halftime to get there so you can talk about some things, get them motivated. But they all did the things that you're supposed to do to win. There had been times in this year where we weren't playing well and, we needed to be more dialed in to win against those competitive teams, and we hadn't a couple times this year. But for us to do it at the end of the year, the biggest game of the year for us, was pretty special for those girls.
Some folks may not know you have a basketball background.
Yeah.
It's not like they just picked you up and threw you in there.
Right. Coming to Mount Home last year was my first year here, and it was the first year I haven't done basketball. So if you count this year, every school that I've coached at basketball-wise that competed for a district tournament, we've won district tournaments. So when I was at Waldron, we won it in junior high. Then I went to Hector, won it in senior high. And then my last year at Bruno Payette, Ozark Mountain, we won it in senior high. And so the only one I didn't win it in was in Russellville, but we were just 7th grade, so we didn't have a district tournament.
This group of young ladies, Ms. Rawls had posted how long they had been together, playing as a group. And my immediate comment to that was, see what happens when kids stick together.
Yeah.
Because they know each other. They can almost second guess what's going on and know what's going to happen next. And to see those girls come from so far behind to hold on to it and then win it was awesome. But they had some pretty substantial wins getting to that point this year.
Yeah, we had a big win at Batesville at our place. I know I'm mostly familiar with things that I did since I took over, but I know we beat Harrison early. We lost to Nettleton at home, but Nettleton's a very good junior high girls team. So Batesville at home was a big win for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's other times where maybe there are some good teams, and I just don't feel like they were that good compared to how maybe good our girls are. Like our girls played very well, like transition, like you're talking about knowing where each other are. I think that was one of our strengths, was we kind of knew where the girls were in transition and just got that ball out ahead of them. We guarded well. There's a couple of times we held girls to 5 points in the whole game. So that was another one of our strengths, is defense. And going into the game plan against Marion, we looked at the last film. So the first time they played them, they lost by 22. When I took over at home, I had to lead the whole game, and they hit their only 3 of the game, and they got the lead. We ended up losing by 3. So we look at the film, and they shot 17 out of their 19 field goals were from inside the paint. One was a short jumper, one was a 3. So we made an adjustment for the second time we played them, and we did a much better job. And just defensively. Handled the pressure well. Haley Kotlicki and Tay Chairs coming off the bench for us had to play a lot of minutes, and we're going back and watching film. Like, there's not one negative thing that they did for us. They didn't turn the ball over. They didn't miss a box out. They didn't have a bad foul. So to go too deep into your bench and kind of stay at the same level, that's pretty important for us. So.
This team that won the district championship, is that strictly 9th graders?
Yeah, correct. We didn't have any 8th graders playing.
Okay. So what is your 8th grade team moving up this for next season? What does it look like?
I feel like we can be competitive. They don't have as many minutes logged as those other girls, so some of them played a little bit last year. We've got 2 guards, Miley Epps and Lucy Kane. And we've got 2 bigs that go along with it. Lily Akabe, I don't know how to say her name, and then Allie Lucas. And then you kind of got that athletic power forward in between with Madison Williams. Those are the main 5. So there was a lot of things in the season where maybe they needed to be working on things, but they were my dummy scout team. And so we've got this week that they've got off, and that's it. After this week, we're going back to off-season weight training and getting ready for next year.
Not wasting any time.
Yeah, 2 weeks is just right. 1 week's probably not enough, and 2 weeks will be just right.
I noticed that you've got at least one girl that has gone up to play with the varsity to help Coach Leonard in his team. Have you got more than just the one?
I think Lauren definitely moved up there for practice, Lauren Rawls.
Okay.
And Lake and Anderson had talked about going down there for practices. I don't know that I've been down there at their practices. And then Deanna Human was interested, but I don't think Lakin or Deanna were going to do anything after school or go to games or anything like that. But we had talked about them trying to get down there for their practice plans.
And Yonkers, what is her first name?
Jayla.
Yeah. Okay.
You ever try to text anybody, it'll correct it to Kayla every time.
And it's not on the roster, so we've been doing the TV broadcast of games, and I heard her name announced, but you couldn't tell exactly what her first name was.
Yeah, Jayla.
Jayla Yonkers.
Yep.
And she's seeing some playing time.
Yeah, she's playing more than I thought she would play. And so I know I got to watch some of the Greenwood game, and Greenwood girls are just, what our girls have 41 and they had 70 something, and so for us to score 41 in the girls game, that's not bad. That's good, and for them to have 77 or whatever it was, Greenwood's pretty good.
Yeah, it was 72-40 was the final score Friday night with the Lady Bombers game, but like you said, for us to score 40 against Greenwood, that's a lot of points because generally they don't allow that.
Yeah. So I've seen her play a little bit. There's a big difference between 12th grade senior girls and there is 9th grade junior high girls, and so any minutes she plays are positive minutes for her.
And it fares well for the program overall as far as the junior high, what the abilities that they're learning coming up to this point for them to carry it on before the season's even over to help the varsity team.
That's one thing I hope that our kids are all understanding. It's, it's no fun to get your butt whipped every night, but there's a lot of things you can learn from those games, and so kind of depends on how competitive your conference is. If we would have been on the other side of the junior high conference and had to play Greene County Tech and Nettleton and Batesville, and there may have been another one, if we'd had to play them consistently with our conference, it would have been a lot tougher schedule. And so you want to have a good mix-up of some wins that you feel really good about, and there'd be times where we would win by 20 against a conference team and I wouldn't be happy because if we would have played like that against Marion, we would have got beat 20. So that's really hard for kids to understand, is like being perfect no matter who you're playing. And so there was several times this year when the girls did do that, and it made my job a lot easier. It made everything more enjoyable.
How many multi-sport athletes do you have in the 8th and 9th grade?
Probably every one of them. I'm kind of going through the kids right there. There may be 1 or 2 8th graders that don't. Unless Jayla's quit softball. I think she did maybe softball younger. Maybe she's only basketball. But Lakin does softball. Kara does volleyball. Deanna does volleyball. Tay's doing soccer. I think Haley's doing soccer. So there's the 9th graders. There's a couple of those 8th grade girls did cross country and are doing track. And the tall girls, Allie and Lily, they're doing track. Haven't seen Madison. So I don't know. One or two that are specializing, I guess, if you want to think about that. Yeah.
Multi.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on multi-sport athlete?
It depends on your position. Maybe you've got like Travis Kelsey played basketball and multi-sport things. If you got lineman type body position, maybe they're throwing in track. It kind of just depends. I was one of my sophomores at Bruno Payette, he's a senior now, and they played in the district championship at Greenland, and I was watching Greenland's post player fouled out, and he probably got home at midnight Friday night. Saturday morning he's at the indoor state track meet at Fayetteville. So you can do it. It's not hard. It kind of just depends on your mentality and focus, and it's hard to put all your chickens in one basket as a 8th grader or 9th grader, and then be 25 years old regretting and wishing you had played or tried this and that. So I think you should always try it, and then if it's not for you, and then it's not for you, that's fine. But we got to understand that things just don't come to us easy. That's not how it works. Some people, Robert Dover, things come to him
a little bit easier, yeah.
But it's not to say that he's sitting on a couch eating potato chips.
No.
He's working hard, and
at everything he's doing, he's working hard.
Absolutely. So.
Because he's playing basketball, he's doing track, he's football, he's
athletically things come easy to him, but we were talking like he doesn't get mad often, so he doesn't get frustrated himself when something's going wrong and he's not doing it well. He does a good job of breaking it down and thinking about, I've got to do this better, I've got to do that better. Sometimes kids will lose confidence in themselves, and whether they throw a fit or they just get so frustrated. Dover doesn't do that, so I think maybe keeping his head clear kind of helps him out. So that's always good for any athletes to kind of work themselves through it.
You bet. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Monday Morning Sports. Coach Noah Chagnon is with us this morning. We'll be back in just a moment.
Well, folks, have you ever been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going? See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Monday Morning Sports. Coach Noah Chagnon is with us this morning. Now we're going to talk about Mountain Home Bomber track.
Yeah.
How long have you been track coach?
This is my second year.
Second year?
Yeah.
And are you looking forward? You had indoor track meet over in Fayetteville?
Yeah, this weekend, yeah.
Over the weekend? How'd that come out?
We had a lot of good things. Boys and girls side, we're missing some pieces, so we're kind of looking to see how some of these kids respond in new roles. Or they're always track. You're always looking for kids to get PRs. To do it early in the season like this is great. It's great to see some of these kids are coming out of other sports or haven't been focused on training. So to see where we'll be in a month, 2 months is exciting.
How long is the indoor season?
So this was it. This was indoor state this last week, and we had taken a handful of kids previously. Coach Norris and Coach Tilda had taken a couple of kids and competed, but this is indoor state, so this was the end of the indoor season. We had some really good things. Robert Dover came out of basketball and threw shot. One of his best marks, he walked out of the ring the wrong way, so it didn't count. But Eli Jones threw great as a sophomore, got second. Our runners, we're missing Andrew Westfall from last year, and Kai's in basketball, so Kai played Friday night and then came out and did a whole lot of running and sitting around. So we left about 6:15 yesterday, Saturday morning, and they probably got back at about 1 a.m. So it was a long day. So
very long.
Yeah, all those kids that went are definitely committed.
How many kids do you take with you for that?
Oh man, we probably took about 30 kids, maybe 20, and then parents maybe brought them up there or taking them home early. Mm-hmm. But we were looking to do trying to compete for first on the boys side. They combined everything this year, so 1 through 6A was in one grouping, and usually they don't do that. They have smaller schools on Friday and bigger schools on Saturday. So because of that, they limited some of our entries down to 2, and so that really hurt us on how many points we could score per event. Russellville ended up winning, and then Bologna came in second behind us being behind them on the boys' side.
Oh, so we ended up third.
Yep.
How did girls fare?
We did okay. We didn't get a whole lot of points scored, but we also didn't take a lot of kids. On the girls' side, a lot of those girls was their first time ever doing indoor state. So we're always looking to get more girls involved with track on the track side of things.
Now, with the regular outdoor track season, will it start after basketball, or does it start now?
March 3rd is our first outdoor track for us. It'll be at Van Buren, and it's just running events only. And then the next week we'll host a early season junior high, and then Thursday Harrison will host early season senior high. So early March is when we'll get kicked off with track season. Mm-hmm.
Does Mountain Home field the whole gamut of field events, javelin, hammer throw?
Yeah, we'll do javelin. Arkansas doesn't do javelin, but because we got so many Missouri schools close, we'll offer javelin, and it's just a great time. The kids love it. I think maybe Daniel Jones has that as his Facebook profile picture or something. I've seen that. Yeah, it's different, unique, and a lot of fun. And some of those Arkansas kids, because throwers are a different breed of kids anyway. They're laid back, tight knit group, and so for them to come out here and be able to throw a javelin, I think would be a lot of fun. But I don't get to see it often when we're running track events, hosting a track meet. I'm running around down here, and you've got our throws up on the hill behind the high school. So sometimes they run off in their own little world up there.
How many student athletes do you have participating in the track program right now? And I understand that a lot of them are still doing basketball.
Yeah. 8 through 12, I'd say we probably got 70 kids, 80 kids, as far as coming out to practice every day. We've got a really good chunk of junior high kids, so that's exciting to see. So several girls, several boys out going on the junior high side, helping us work their way up to high school.
And I know you've got a couple of wrestlers that you had last year on the track team. Will they be back this year?
So some of those high school kids I don't get to see often. I know that Austin and Michael are both wrestling. Elijah Lag wrestling. So those are kids that we'd like to see come out. Yeah, and I think maybe a couple of girls wrestling on the wrestling side. So I'm hoping. I mean, track. The only negative about track is it's a long day. We've got coaches, we've got everything set up to where we go through 25, 30 minutes of warm-up every day. So we're really conscious about overuse of athletes. Some of it's being out of shape. Football kids coming out right now, they're not in track shape, even though they've been lifting. So we put a lot of time in to keep the kids safe, keep them healthy. So we have pretty good, feel like track's got a good vibe. We feel like everybody enjoys being there, except for those cold days. They don't like those as much.
What conference will we participate in track?
Still 5A West.
Still 5A.
Junior high will do the 5A East. Mm-hmm. High school will still
Who's
do 5A.
Who's the junior high coach?
Coach Tilda. Yeah.
Okay. And will they have a conference meet then at the end of the season?
Yep. Yeah, and then seventh graders, if we talk to them, if we see they're putting in the work, we can move them up for the junior high conference meet. And then after junior high conference, if they're doing well, like Barrett Miller definitely will be moved up to the high school for their senior high meet.
Do you know who's hosting that yet?
Van Buren. Van Buren's hosting the high school meet. And then I don't know which East school is going to host Jonesboro. Jonesboro maybe is what I'm thinking.
But it's still, you have a lot of kids doing that, and that's just good, keep you in shape for the rest of the sports.
Yeah, specifically the sprints on those side of things, we're working on form of getting your toes up and driving your feet down, using your hands the right way, starting blocks. So, those sprint things we feel like definitely help out with your foot speed in football. And even Coach Aries mentioned he wants some of his, maybe his defensive ends or tackles or, even offensive people, lineman people, get them out to track, because you can always be better and quicker with your feet. Mm-hmm. We've got, up with throws, whether it be disc or shot, you've got to put work in to be precise with your movements. So hurdles, being athletic to get up and over and up, staying flexible. So we feel like a lot of stuff we do is kind of just maintaining and overall general athletes to help in any sport. So
let's go on to talk about the new youth football program.
Okay.
Bomber youth football is something that's new with the collapse of the OFA, and I understand that you and Coach Airy have gathered up, and this is going to take off, so something continues to happen with youth football.
Yeah, he's helped run a program and started a program at West Plains, and so he's talked about I don't remember the exact record, but he's got kids that started when he started that league up were itty-bitty kids, and now they're seniors. And he talked about the benefit of having that solid program kind of running through the school where he had his hands on it a little bit. helps prepare them for success. And so he knows firsthand that getting a youth program developed through your school staff is definitely beneficial for the future. And so we had sign-ups at parent-teacher conferences, and personally my oldest son, I know his group that's going into 6th grade, and there's still a handful of kids that haven't signed up. So we're still letting people sign up. I'm still getting emails. Our biggest goal now for that program is to figure out how many kids we're going to have, so we start ordering equipment, so we can let people know, how much the cost is going to be. Brent Edens is doing a great job communicating with people outside, trying to figure out, hey, can you support us in this? Can we get some fundraising here? And there's so many people that are ready to help out for our youth football program. So we definitely feel the community is behind it.
They've always been behind the youth football program, no matter who's run it over the past, which is good because they understand it's a feeder program to the junior high and then on to the high school. It'd be great to see the numbers get huge like they were at one time.
Our biggest group is our youngest group, and so that's good to see. And we kind of anticipated this first year maybe being the most difficult year because it's coming up. There's not a lot of time. We think every year we'll get more and more involvement.
When will be your next sign-up?
We're going to meet again this week. We'll meet later. I think it's on Wednesday. We're going to meet again, and we'll get more information out to people there. So the biggest way that we can communicate with people is Balmer Youth Football League on Facebook, or you can still email me, but I'll probably redirect you to that website as well.
Good deal. The anticipation is going to be great, and the hope, the process, that it'll work out. You're going to be playing the ARCMO League?
Yep, we're going to be playing about an hour and 15 minutes away, be our longest drive. So, as we get into junior high, kids are going to have to get used to 3.5-hour drives. And so, as a parent myself, an hour and 15 minutes on a Saturday is not bad. Being a dad, we're wrestlers. You're not driving anything under 2.5 for sure. So it sucks. It's not great to have to travel far, but
they do it for baseball.
Yeah, well, I mean, your kids are gonna be 20 years old and not need you anymore, and so we feel like hour 15 is definitely doable.
You're looking at West Plains and Thayer. Who else is in that?
Salem
and Hardy.
Highland. Yep. Yeah, a couple of those.
Back in the old day, it was Hardy Highland. So, yeah. And then, so you'll have those 4. It should be a good time, and it should be interesting. So if you have any questions about that, get a hold of Coach Chagnon. But go to Balmer Youth Football League on Facebook. Look for any updates that might be there. And get your kids signed up. Don't wait. There's a lot of confusion going on right now, a lot of questions. Who's doing what, when, and where. At least get your name in the hat. You're not looking for any money right now anyway, are you?
No, I've got to work on some behind the scenes things this week. So we don't want anybody's money, and we're not ready to say how much money either. And so we want to keep it as close to $60. We don't want it to be 100. We don't want it to be 80. 60 we feel like is a good number, but we can't. Hopefully it's less. If we get enough sponsorship, maybe it'll be 0. But before we can start doing those things, I've got some background stuff I need to do. When it comes down to coaching, we know there's a lot of dads out there, moms that want to help, whoever it may be. All that kind of stuff will be going through Coach Airy. We want to make sure that our coaches are people that know the game, but also have patience to be able to teach kids. I started helping coach selfishly so I could help my son more. And so we just want to make sure that all the coaches that we have are there for all the kids and are helping out everybody, not just their own one kid. And so we are going to take the steps necessary to make sure that whoever's out there helping is doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, the goal needs to be common, and that common goal needs to be develop kids, not a kid.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yep.
That'd be exciting. Balmer Youth Football League on Facebook. Go check them out. Coach Chagnon, we appreciate you coming in this morning talking about the championship and then the track. We would like to have you come back in a couple of weeks, well, after March, and we'll see how the track season's coming along.
Yep, absolutely.
Sounds good. Scooter, you got anything?
Nope, I'm good.
Good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, we appreciate you watching. We'll be back tomorrow morning. And you've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. Thank you.